What is up, friends? Only 2 more episodes left in this season of Breaking Bad. Can't believe we've made it all the way to the end of season 3. Only 2 more seasons after this. Hard to believe. It'll be quite sad when it ends because I've just been loving this show to death. It's incredible. Every single episode has me on the edge of my seat, and even the less tense episodes like the Fly one, I really enjoyed that as well, just for the character development and all the kind of metaphorical writing that it had. But I'm sure these last 2 episodes will be absolutely stress-free because surely nothing intense could happen at the end of a Breaking Bad season. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Obviously, all the characters are kind of in a good place, I guess you would say, because Hank obviously had the run-in with the twins, but he's alive, and now with Walter's money, he's going to get the best treatment, so hopefully he'll be able to make a good recovery. And then Skyler and Walter are actually like a married team now again, which I never saw coming. And then with the twins out of the picture, it seems like Walter and Jesse can just cook for Gus and make their money, and things will be good there. Obviously, Jesse is shaving a bit off, so I don't know if Gus will ever find out about that or what's going to happen there. Obviously, Walter already kind of knows that he's been doing it. But then last episode we had Jesse discover that Combo was murdered by the brother of the girl he's been with, and so I don't know exactly what he's going to do with that information because the ending was a little bit ambiguous about what he was feeling. So I'm sure he's very upset, but I don't think he could take it out on her because it's obviously not her decision to do that. But I don't know if he's going to rethink any of his moves or if it's just going to make him angrier than he already was. And so with all of those places that the characters are at right now, I don't really know where the story could go, and I love that. I love not being able to predict anything in this because everything comes as a surprise and it always makes it much more suspenseful. So I guess they could maybe introduce some new characters, not sure, but with the craziness that happened at the end of last season, I'm sure this one's going to get pretty wild as well. So hopefully you guys are excited to watch along with me for these last 2 episodes. And if you'd like to check out my full-length reaction to these episodes and all the other Breaking Bad episodes that I've done and will do, definitely check out my Patreon. The link for that is in the description below, and those always go up ahead of time before the YouTube edits, so if you'd like to see them early, definitely check them out there. And if by the end of this video you enjoyed watching my reaction, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate all your guys' support on this series. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 12. Ooh, starting off with a catchy song. I like it. Oh, what the heck? Wendy's back in this. I did not expect her to show up again. What could she possibly have to do in this episode? Dang, we're still just going exclusively off Wendy. Surprised she's getting so much coverage. Yo, what? She's not involved with these dudes, is she? That would be completely unexpected. Oh, she's buying meth from them, I see. Yo, and Jesse caught her. Shoot, I wonder what he's gonna think about that. Maybe he might use her as an in to get these guys where it hurts. I don't know. That's my initial guess. I wonder if he and Wendy are even still on speaking terms, because she was obviously one of the few people that was nice to him earlier.
Are my feet okay? All I need is a note from a doctor.
As long as it gets you safely from point A to point B, then who am I to argue?
Oh, dang, that's quite a different attitude than he had the first time he tried to teach him how to drive. I like that even such small, like, moments in the show have, like, significance. There's, like, nothing that goes to waste. I feel like it's all important to the story.
Could you go in and keep an eye on your sister for me?
Sure. See you, Dad.
Bye, son. Hey, good work today.
Thank you.
Nice. I like that they're back on good terms again. They had a bit of a rough patch there for a few episodes.
Have you thought any more about what we discussed?
Meaning reconsidered? No.
Hey, I don't love this situation, all right, that you put me in.
I love this frame. That's such a well-composed shot right there.
You invested it in the car wash that you helped run for 4 years. You hired your wife as a bookkeeper because guess what? She's actually a bookkeeper.
I feel like her plan is absolutely solid because there's no way anyone they know wouldn't believe that.
I'll tell you what, Walt. I'd rather have them think I'm Bonnie what's-her-name than some complete idiot.
Bonnie, what's her name? That's funny because I mentioned that they're like Bonnie and Clyde in the last episode or one of the recent ones.
Why would your estranged husband be doing all this for you?
Because he loves his family and desperately wants a reconciliation.
I mean, she's basically saying exactly what Walter's motivations were, at least recently, unless they've changed.
I think it would be better if the husband were no longer estranged. Maybe if he were back sleeping in his own bed.
Wow.
Oh, I see. He's making a play right now to get back in her good graces. Man isn't giving up, that's for sure. He's certainly persistent.
6 nights a week, you get 1 night off.
Dinner 2 nights, not weekends.
5 nights a week with no notice.
3.
I love this negotiation. That's so good. Man's fighting for everything he can get right now.
I am going to be a part of this family, and that is how we'll sell your little fiction.
Dang, man, he's actually going along with her plan. That's impressive. I don't know how happy Saul's gonna be about that, because he certainly didn't seem to like the idea originally.
Look at it and tell me if that's ours.
Yes, it's ours. Now put it away.
I didn't even think about that in that other scene. I just saw them selling the meth. I didn't even consider that it was their meth. That certainly complicates things.
They use kids because, hey, easy to control, easy to fool. All they get is juvie if they ever get caught. Get them young, and they're yours forever.
Some pretty heavy stuff, man. Definitely feeling like Jesse wants to get a bit of revenge on these dudes.
So why are you telling me this?
I need rice.
No.
You're gonna let them think
This, you don't even know what you're talking about.
This is only the second time they've tried to use it, right? And we don't even really know how effective it is because the first time it didn't work out.
She brings them hamburgers because they sit in their car all day and they get hungry. Bring some food and they knock a few bucks off her price. There's your delivery system right there.
Genius, dude. He's figured out a perfect delivery system for it. I like this. I'm impressed with Jesse's detective work here.
Not even that other scumbag we work for is ever gonna figure it out.
Tuco wanted to murder us. These guys don't.
I like the plan, but at the same time, it's so risky to do anything that could set Gus off knowing what he's capable of. I also really like that they're actually whispering in this scene. It's a small thing, but sometimes they do like whispering scenes in shows or movies, and the character's speaking volume could clearly be heard by other people, but not in this case.
If you don't see what it accomplishes, there's no way I can explain it to you.
You are not a murderer. I'm not. And you are not.
Well, Walter, that is up for debate at this point. I mean, he might still feel like he was justified in it, but clearly, based off the Fly episode, it is eating him up inside.
I win.
Not too fast.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row. Got freaking Paul Newman over here.
Have you been playing cards with your dad?
No. Why?
Oh man, Marie, please do not blow this already. I'm so worried that she's gonna reveal the information at some point soon.
Are you not well enough?
Do I look well enough? Can't move my legs. Got it?
So people in wheelchairs should be in hospitals? What about people on crutches?
Oof, dang, he crossed a sketchy line right there in front of Walter Jr.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Deal, you little prick.
Dang, man. Hank's certainly taken this situation hard. I can't blame him too much, but he's certainly much more of an angry person than he used to be.
It's about getting him off the streets. What if we, could you get him arrested?
Oh no, what are you thinking? Walter just doesn't think things through enough, I feel like, especially when it comes to Jesse.
You're talking about a level 2 joint.
Something that keeps him off the street for, say, 30 days. Then by the time he gets out, tempers have cooled and hopefully we can move on.
I don't think Jesse's willing to let this go. That's just me, though. If he finds out that Walter was behind it, that'd just be a disaster. Dude, this green lighting's insane.
And you can never talk to anyone.
It's like they're living inside of a green apple Jolly Rancher.
Just keep quiet and this won't ever come back to you. You okay with this, right? Just think of it like it's the same thing as always. You're just delivering some hamburgers.
Definitely makes sense now why Wendy's brought back for this episode. And because I feel like nothing ever goes right in this show for Walter and Jesse, at least something major like this, I feel like there's going to be something that gets ruined.
What are you doing? If you need to talk, use the phone.
This isn't a phone talk, Walter. Your wife's out, right?
This guy's back. Shoot. It's always unsettling when he shows up in the show.
I spoke to Goodman about Pinkman and this plan of yours.
And?
I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
Because it's moronic.
Good. At least I'm not the only one that saw the flaws in it.
The problem is the boss wouldn't like it. So, my boss, your boss.
Oh, he's learning something right now. He never realized that Gus was over him as well. Walter definitely needs to hear this, though, because I think he underestimates Gus a lot, just because he doesn't understand everything going on behind the scenes.
There was this one guy, big boy, but his wife was real small. My partner and I get called out there every weekend. We'd say, come on, tonight's the night we press charges.
Very interested to see what the connection between this story and Jesse and Walter is. Really like his line delivery right now, though. He's a good actor.
I cuff him, put him in the car, and away we go. Instead of left, I go right out into nowhere. And I kneel him down, and I put my revolver in his mouth. And I told him, this is how it ends.
Oh, what? This dude is powerful, man. I'd be freaking nervous right now if I was Walter listening to this. This is the nicest way to terrorize somebody I've seen, but still freaking effective, referring to him intimidating Walter.
Just a warning.
Just trying to do the right thing. But 2 weeks later, he killed her. I chose a half measure when I should have gone all the way. I'll never make that mistake again.
Such a good line. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing scene. Walter better tread freaking lightly at this point. Dude has pushed his luck far enough. I don't even know what Walter's move is going to be at this point, because he's certainly not going to stop Jesse.
Where are they?
I don't know. They're always around.
Burgers are getting cold.
Is it like fast?
Oh, I wonder if they're not showing up because they're already dead or something. Maybe either Walter had something happen to him, or maybe our other bald friend had something happen to him.
Gonna need you to come with me.
Take a walk.
Oh, I freaking knew he had something to do with it. Jesse's gonna get a stern talking to right now, I feel like, for putting the operation in jeopardy with his actions. Jesse's finally going to meet Gus. This has been built up for quite a while. This is what Jesse wanted, though. I don't know if he's going to be happy with that, though. Oh, dang, they're there too. This is crazy. Are they just gonna make them have like some sort of heart-to-heart reach and understanding with each other? Gus certainly doesn't try and hide things. He just takes every problem head on.
This will go no further. It will be settled right here, right now.
You told him.
Jesse, this is for your own good, my man. Don't get mad at Walter. Better he finds out now before you did anything than after.
Listen to me. You have one friend in this room. This man. Those men outside are my trusted employees.
Yo, this is the most fierce I've seen Gus in the show, I think.
If it wasn't for this man and the respect I have for him, I would be dealing with this in a very different way. Don't look at him, you look at me.
Oh my gosh. Jesse is outside his element right now. Hopefully this will motivate him to stop shaving off from their product as well.
Shake their hands and you will make peace.
No.
Pardon me?
These kids. This how you do business? You okay with this?
My man is not afraid. Extremely risky, but I respect him for sticking to his guns.
Bring them back.
Gus might actually learn to respect him as well for not like bowing out so easily, but staying committed.
No more children. Understand? And you keep the peace.
Wow, dude. Jesse actually made Gus change his mind. That's incredible. What a freaking legend. Man stood and stared death in the face and won. That's got to be interesting for Walter to experience that, because he hasn't really stood up to anybody like that in a little while, at least Gus.
Sometimes compromises have to be made for the best of reasons.
Man, I feel like that is just going to be a massive confidence boost for Jesse, knowing that he has power in conversations like that. Whoa, dang, what a transition, man. That was a well done shot right there. Very excellently executed. That also probably ruined their relationship once again between Walter and Jesse, because Walter was willing to let them keep using kids, where that's something Jesse would never sacrifice.
It's time to go home, Hank.
How many times I gotta tell you, Marie, not till I'm well.
Oh, Marie, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
The ultimate wellness check right there.
If I can get the groundhog to see his shed,
It's not gonna happen, I'm sorry.
I'm betting it will. And if he does, you check out of here.
Oh gosh, that's a pretty rough test there. Hank's looking a little bit worried right now, man. That's a battle you just can't win.
You know what? If it'll get you out of here quicker, you got 1 minute.
1 minute?
Oh gosh, please, no more 1 minute timelines. That was too stressful the last time. This one's not quite high stakes like the last time, though.
Marie, give up. I mean, seriously, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, that's freaking great editing. I love that. Marie just absolutely killed him in that one-on-one battle. Like their relationship a lot. She's good for Hank. She's always there supporting him, trying to build him up.
Tell him you're busy.
Grandma? Slow down.
Oh no, I don't know for sure. I have a feeling that they just went out and killed the kid, though. Oof, bro, I got mad chills right now. Holy crap. Dude, what is Jesse gonna do, man? That might be the last straw. I don't know. The fact that he was so committed to saving that kid's life by getting him out of the drug business, and now he's dead. I don't know if Gus has, like, something to do with that, or if those two employees just acted on their own.
So the TV turns itself off, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get it.
But first, more details on our top story. The murder of a young boy in this...
Oh, here we go, man. Walter's gonna see the story. He's gonna know.
An anonymous tip brought police to a playground in the 4700 block of 8th Avenue late last night.
Bruh, an anonymous tip. Gus did organize this. I was shocked when I thought Gus changed his mind because of what Jesse said, but this dude will not have his mind changed by anybody, it seems.
What do you mean? Like,
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Oh, I love that, man. This episode is so well edited right now. That sound editing was elite. Bro, Jesse, don't do anything reckless, man. This man's been pushed to the freaking edge at this point, though. He'll do anything, I feel like. If Jesse goes out and kills them, that's gonna start a freaking war. And I don't think a war with Gus is a war that you can win. Oh my gosh, they're really dragging out the suspense of this scene right now. Walter needs to hurry up and show up before Jesse does anything stupid. I'm assuming that's where he went when he left. Enough with the 2-on-1s that absolutely make me lose my mind in this show. What? Walter, you absolute freaking madman!
Run.
Bro, no! Dude, are you freaking kidding me with that ending to the episode? That was unbelievable, dude. I was just in pure shock there momentarily. Walter just took it up to a whole nother level, man. Killing 2 people just like that. I'm speechless, dude. That was insane. I did not see that happening. Like I mentioned there, I thought Walter might show up at the last second and stop Jesse from killing those dudes or getting killed. I did not see him actually killing both of them, though. Initially running both of them over, that was ridiculous. And dude, the way that Walter just got out of his car and just shot that other guy with almost no reaction, dude is an absolute cold-blooded killer deep down. Holy cow. That's definitely the most like out of nowhere extreme murder that Walter's had now for his body count. Because while the Jane death was extremely tragic and unfortunate and just the worst thing ever, I don't feel like that's as bad as this, because Walter accidentally flipped her over in that and then just decided not to save her. Whereas this, he was willing 100% of the time to kill those 2 guys. So he is certainly a changed man from where he has been in the previous seasons and the previous episodes. And now that he's just killing people like that, obviously I can see the reasoning behind it. Like, Jesse probably would have died if he didn't kill them in that instance, but still I feel like he's taken a big step downward once again. And I absolutely loved that last line of just run, because obviously it's probably going to be pinned on Jesse that those 2 people were killed, and so Gus is going to probably send everything he has to find Jesse. And because of that, I feel like this is a huge turning point in the show, because obviously Jesse and Walter's partnership is done, at least while they're working for Gus, because no way Gus allows him anywhere near him. But in general with Jesse's character though, I don't know what's going to happen, because dude's gonna have to like flee the country, I feel like, to get out of Gus's reach. But even then, I don't know how safe he could be, and so I'm extremely interested to see what happens after this, because we saw a little bit of a taste of angry Gus in this episode, where before he kind of always just been intimidating just by his normal presence and knowing what he's capable of, what he has at his disposal. But I feel like when pushed to the right amount, he might be able to become pretty scary. But I guess the only positive that comes from this, for Jesse's character at least, is that he has full confidence and trust in Walter again, because Walter pretty much showed him that he cares about Jesse, but also that he was willing to go to extreme lengths in order to solve the problem, help solve the problem himself. And so I think Jesse will probably really respect him for doing that for him, going out on a limb to save him there. But that whole ending was just so unexpected, because while there had been a couple of like suspenseful, tense moments during that episode, I feel like for the majority it was pretty like toned down and pretty just smooth running the entire time. And then those last like 2 minutes just ramped it up. And obviously I've talked about what the implications are for Jesse's character. I don't know what's going to happen with Walter. Obviously he's without a partner now, and so it'll be extremely interesting to see if Gale comes back, because I don't know how happy he'll be to work with Walter again after he was pushed out for almost no reason before. But he could also just get a new partner altogether, or Gus might just make him work by himself. I don't know. But killing those 2 people could also potentially contribute to Walter's mental well-being, just as the death of Jane had clearly in the other episode. But at the same time though, I don't know if it would, just because the rationale was different, and those 2 guys obviously were bad guys, unlike Jane, who had just gone against Walter. So we'll see what sort of effect that has on him. And with all the open and honest conversation between him and Skyler recently, I wonder if that's ever going to come up. I assume not, because he would want to keep it only to his and Jesse's knowledge about what happened happen so that all the blame kind of is pushed to Jesse so Walter can keep things working with Gus. But then again, this whole time I'm thinking that he is going to make it look like Jesse did it so that he can keep working. But with all the surprises this show throws at me, he could also get out of there as well. So I don't know if Gus will get mad at Walter because Jesse was Walter's recommendation, and so he could punish him as well for that. But I don't know, man. This just completely changed everything for the trajectory of the show. Just like I said at the beginning, before I started this episode, I didn't know where the direction was going to go. Even after all the stuff that happened in this episode, I still don't really know exactly where it's going to go, although I have a bit of a better idea. But man, that was nuts, dude. Definitely one of the craziest finishes to an episode in this show before, but absolutely loved it, man. Some great acting in this one as well from everybody, but hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this episode. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people and helps the channel out, so I appreciate your guys' support. But if you'd like to check out my full-length reaction to this episode and all the other Breaking Bad episodes, definitely check out my Patreon. The link for that is in the description below. You'll always get those ahead of time before the YouTube edits as well if you'd like to see them earlier. But until the next stress-inducing episode and the season finale, I can't wait to see you all again. And so until then, peace.